up, man? It's your boy Annimeans, aka the Brown Jack Bauer, man. You just tuned in live to the day in the life, man, making the Valkyrie, you know what I'm saying? So right now we in Upland. You're gonna be going with us all day. We're gonna be hitting a couple spots. Gonna go see my man Day One. We're gonna be out in Hollywood to go see Jazzy. I brought my homeboy Frank Nitty with me. You already know what it is, so you know what I mean? Strap on your seatbelt, go on and blaze something up, and we're gonna get into this, you know, this West Coast shit right quick. So, you know, let's ride. Yeah, man, it's my man Adrian right here. We're in the studio in Upland.
Getting it in.
You know what I mean? This is one of the hottest graphic designers right here. He's doing the cover for the Valkyrie, so you know we're gonna go in there, get a little piece of his work. You know what I'm saying? And just basically do it like that. You know what I mean?
That's right. Let's get it in.
I'm gonna use this specific cover for the like a banner. You know, because it says all that type of based on it. Okay. So what I'll do is you can send a copy of that to my email and then set that as a default like on my MySpace page. And then like I'll want to do the same. Yeah. Set it as a default. Yeah. Well, once we get the track listing done and then we get the new logo, then it'll be totally updated. So basically, this is the banner.
I met him on New Year's Eve, I believe. Me and Badass, I got into a fight with like 7-8 Samoans and shit. You know what I'm saying? We walked, I think it was Long Beach Boulevard, and he was right there. Badass had knew him. And you know what I'm saying? When he took Badass in like he did, and he was down on some riding shit, like he wanted to get involved naturally, so, you know what I mean? That's what made me just like, man, this motherfucker right here is 100, you know what I mean? Especially being a Mexican wanting to ride, you know what I'm saying? I just thought that shit was real genuine to me, you know what I'm saying? So Badass went with him, and you know I went to go get my little thing in my car to go handle my business. So it was all love. And then after that, you know what I'm saying, I started seeing them online because you know me, I keep track of all my Chicano, you know, upcoming artists and stuff like that because you know that's what I do right now. You know what I mean? I'm in the stage where I just develop, you know, all my Chicano artists, make sure they don't get digged and bring them around my essence. You know.
I met Frank Nitty on, I think it was New Year's Eve, 06 going into 07. And I had never knew Frank Nitty, or I had never really heard of him at the time. I wasn't really involved in the rap game as deep as I am now. And him and Badass had a little situation at a club over there, and you know what I mean, I ended up getting Nitty and Badass in my car, so that's how I ended up meeting Nitty. And then come to find out, Nitty was like, he's like, you know, somebody on the West that's real prominent right now. You know, as I started to get to know Nitty more, I started seeing, you know, he's worked with everybody from Down to Bone Thugs and Harmony to, you know what I mean, Snoop Dogg and Daz, Corrupt, you know, the list goes on. And so, you know, it still went for like maybe another year and a half or so that I didn't really get to really sit down and meet Frank Nitty. And then I ended up meeting Frank Nitty through a mutual acquaintance, another friend of mine named Alboy. And you know, once I met Nitty, we just kind of clicked and we was cool, you know what I'm saying? So I started hanging around with him a little more, you know what I mean? We started, you know, we got to the point where we like kind of, you know, our relationship is not just business, it's more of on a personal level.
What's up, Jay, man? How'd you hook up with Annimeans? How'd you guys get in contact with each other?
Damn, dude, how did we?
I seen him.
You know
I
what?
seen him at the grocery store, and I jumped
Nah,
out
man,
the
he
bush
alive.
about
He
the-
alive. This is what I'm gonna tell you what happened. This is what happened. I seen him a couple of times, like a couple of different places, like here and there, but we didn't really speak. But you know, he looked so much like a gangbanger. I was like, I gotta keep my eye on this fool. So I kept watching him and shit. Then one time he introduced himself to me, I was like, yeah, man, I met you before, but he didn't remember. But I remember because he so, you know, he looked so thuggish. I was scared he was gonna rob me and shit. So, and I just make sure, and you know, someone like that you want on your side. So, whatever he needs, you know, I give him whatever he wants. You know, just real quick. Nah, you know how we met? We were actually at I think we were at Stage's video shoot for one of his videos that he shot. And we just started chopping it up. That's what really happened. But previously, we had ran into each other before, like a couple of clubs. Like we met at the 740, like a couple spots. And he used to run with dudes that I knew. So you know, it was kind of mutual, all in the same essence. But when we chopped it up at the video shoot, we discussed working together and stuff like that. So that's really when the relationship started to flourish. And you know, we've been working ever since then.
What's up? It's your boy Antidote. Shout out to J Media. Right here chilling in my studio with my boy Annimeans. Right now we're working on the Valkyrie mixtape. September 7th. You know what I'm saying? I've been fucking with my man Annimeans right here for a minute, man. I've been doing like shit. We already did like 3 mixtapes together. You know what I'm saying? I produced 2. So I got a website, www.thebeatlab.com. You can go hear all my shit there. www.myspace.com/the antidote to hear some music. Like I said, man, shout outs to J Media. Shout out to my boy Annimeans. We're about to get it in.
My reference from as how I'm using the Valkyrie is kind of like my reference to the game right now. You know what I'm saying? And you know, in the movie, obviously that you know it takes time. You know, during World War II, so you know Hitler was in control of Germany at the time, and the movie's actually about a group of generals. It's actually about the very last assassination attempt. You know, when Hitler was ruling Germany or whatever. So you know, I thought that was a real interesting concept, and it really just kind of inspired me in the aspect of, you know, just like the game right now in general. Anybody could just get out and go to, you know, the local market and pass out a couple of CDs and think they're grinding, but you know, there's so much more to it. The viral game got to be on point. You know what I'm saying? The DJ got to be behind the mixtape 100%. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just has to, you know, you have to have it all, everything. The cover got to be flawless. So, you know what I mean? I have a way better understanding now of what I need to do to become a prosperous artist on the West Coast. You know what I mean? And just because, you know, because of who I am and my background and me being a Mexican artist, it's only that much more harder for me to break through, because I'm not an artist that's going to be comfortable with just being a Chicano rap artist. That's not what I am. That's not who I am, and that's not what I'm surpassing all that. You know what I mean? Like, from now on, when people hear the word Annimeans, they gonna look at me as a hip hop artist, not no Chicano rap artist. You know what I'm saying? And not saying that I have anything against them, but at the same time, like, that's a small market, and I do not want to be cornered in that market. So, you know what I mean? We going all out. We going to get our respect in this game, and if people don't want to give it to us, then we just gonna take it by force. You know.